Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Can we give one more hand to the Royal Hawaiian Band Glee Club and their beautiful singer, Malia Ka'ai? Thank you to Bandmaster Clark Bright for having the Royal Hawaiian Band Glee Club bless us with songs this morning. Good morning. It's so wonderful to see so many of you here today, so many of our arts organizations, elected leaders, governmental agencies here, all in support of culture and the arts. I'd like to introduce some of our honored guests today. First, from the State Foundation on Culture and the Arts, he's here somewhere, Mr. Jonathan Johnson. We also have City Council member Calvin Say. And last but not least, Mayor of the City and County of Honolulu, Rick Blangiardi. And with him, his lovely wife, who is a great supporter of the culture and the arts, Mrs. Karen Chang. Today we're going to have a few short speakers. Starting first, we are going to introduce Tony Silva, who is a commissioner with the Commission on Culture and the Arts. So, Mr. Silva, welcome to the mic.
Wow, right off the top, we're going to hit this thing right on. Thank you very much. Very quickly, if you can go ahead and grab the right-hand side of your mask, like so. You're going to briefly open it up and smile to the person next to you 1 second on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And cover it up, please. That's all you get over here at Honolulu Hale, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you know a smile goes a long, long way? And we're so thankful that we're here as we made a turn, we're making this shift. Thank you so much, Mayor, for recognizing the Mayor's Office of Culture and the Arts. To my fellow constituents, for the commissioners, Vice Chair, Chair, our Director, Makanani, our Curator, thank you so much for being here. But more importantly, thank you for recognizing our culture, not only host culture of Hawaii, but the cultures that have come from all over the world. I mean, we are truly the melting pot of the Pacific. And having said that, that goes with music. That goes with performances of different dances. We so greatly appreciate it. My head lays on the pillow with some type of music playing, and it gets up to some type of music. But Hawaii is so much more than just that. And we have every ethnic group represented here in the islands. And I love our government because every ethnic group is also represented. So thank you once again, Mayor, for having us. Greatly appreciate being recognized. Our commission has done wonderful work, and we continue to do so under the direction of Makanani. So mahalo. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Silva. Next, we have from Hawaii Contemporary, the Executive Director, Ms. Catherine Don.
Thank you. I can take this off. Thank you so much, Makanani. Hi, I'm Catherine Don. I'm Executive Director of Hawaii Contemporary. We are a dynamic arts organization that champions contemporary art and ideas inspired by Hawaii, the Greater Pacific, and beyond. And I just want to share a little bit about what our organization is doing with many of our partners in the arts and culture community here. Since our inception in 2014, Hawaii Contemporary has presented capsule exhibitions, education programs, and 2 internationally recognized periodic contemporary art exhibitions along with our partners here in Honolulu. We've been able to work with renowned curators, exhibition spaces, and cultural venues to really put Hawaii on the map for contemporary arts and culture. And I truly do believe that Hawaii is a center for artistic production, and that we're able, and I'm just so grateful that we're able to continue being a part of this amazing and dynamic creative space. With an extremely collaborative ethos, we are a connector within the arts community. We are not a brick and mortar operation, and audiences find that we work well with arts and culture partners like Bishop Museum, Hawaii Theater, the Hawaii State Art Museum, Honolulu Museum of Art, Iolani Palace, and more. And our alliances are also present in Chinatown, Kaka'ako, and places beyond Honolulu, especially in partnership with the city and county, that we are aiming to expand our audiences to West Oahu and soon in the future across all islands in Hawaii. And this year we're so excited to present the Hawaii Triennial, which is guided by the curatorial direction of Dr. Melissa Chu from the Hirshhorn Museum at the Smithsonian, Washington, D.C., alongside Miwako Tezuka, a specialist in post-war Japanese contemporary art, and Drew Kahuaina Broderick, a Native Hawaiian emerging dynamic young curator here in Honolulu, and also focusing on contemporary arts of Hawaii. This year, our themes include environmental concerns, indigenous cultures, social justice, and the legacies of colonialism in the 21st century. I truly do believe that art is the start of a conversation, and that the world needs art more than ever now to bring us together, to be a connector, and so that we can communicate with those who need to hear our voices together. I just want to say thank you to Mayor Blangiardi, as well as our partners at the City and County of Honolulu, for advocating for the arts, supporting all of us and creative expression, and helping us bridge contemporary art on a local and global scale. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Next we have the Executive Director of the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra, Mr. Dave Moss.
Aloha, I am Dave Moss. I am the Executive Director of the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra, and on behalf of our board and our musicians and all of the performing arts here in Hawaii, I'd like to express our gratitude to Makanani Sala, the Mayor's Office of Culture and Arts, and especially Mayor Blangiardi, for today's proclamation. If someone asked whether you like the arts, you'd probably say yes, right? According to the American for the Arts, more than 2/3 of U.S. adults say that the arts, quote, lift me up beyond everyday experiences. Still, only 30% attend performances of any type, 23% visited an art museum. The number one reason being for this conflict between values and behaviors is we don't make time for art. For a moment, think back to the celebrations in your life. Think back to the sorrows. Think of your favorite films or gathering safely with your ohana. Is there a soundtrack? Or do you find yourself reciting a line of arithmetic or the Pythagorean theorem? The arts allow us to express our shared humanity, enriching, healing, and inspiring our lives. Today, with this proclamation, we challenge you this month of February to make art a habit, not simply an indulgence. Just like sleep and exercise, actively taking part or absorbing the arts is crucial for a happy life. And in doing so, you will help the arts and culture sector continue to play a larger part in diversification of our local economy. The arts and culture sector contributes over $2.5 billion to our local economy and employs over 12,000 individuals here in Hawaii. On average, every $1 that is invested into this sector, nearly $6 in taxable revenue is returned. In addition to these direct fiscal benefits, our vibrant, world-class performing arts and visual arts organizations help to attract and retain a diverse, community-invested workforce for our local businesses. This month, join the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra for performances at the Hawaii Theater Center, catch The Tragedy of Carmen with the Hawaii Opera Theater, and get lost in the corridors of the Honolulu Museum of Art. Go safely have those chicken skin moments that you will remember for a lifetime and that bind our community together. Mahalo.
Thank you so much, Dave, for those words. In conclusion, I just want to take a second to remind us all that arts, culture, and music are really the first things to get cut when the budget gets tight. But we all know that arts, culture, and music really drive who we are as people. And after listening to Dave Moss talk, we also know it's a driver of the economy. In our quest for economic diversification, culture and arts and the creative industries at large are not peripheral, they're central. And with that, I'm going to ask Mayor Blangiardi to come and present the proclamation.
Thank you. Well, good morning and aloha and welcome, all of you. I'm I'm really honored to be here in this moment because it was 13 months ago today, right over here, that we were sworn into office. And I don't have to tell you, over the course of the last year, in part, I guess, due to COVID, but also in our own efforts to lead the city, you get in touch with an awful lot. And there's so much to do to keep our city together, to keep it whole, to create a healthy future. But the one thing that became of paramount importance to us in the beginning was the importance of arts and culture. And I could not be prouder than I am of Makanani Sala, who has come on board to head up our office and to really spearhead our commitment. I also want to add to that the fact that my own wife, Karen Chang, and her partner in crime, Amy Mizu, took it upon themselves to kind of highlight our commitment, my personal commitment, but our commitment as an administration, with a website, creativecity.org, which actually outlines a lot of what we're doing, and we'll be hearing more about that. But this is very real for us. Honolulu is a great city, we know that. It's a world-class city, and any city that wants to tout that is known for its support of the arts. It really is. And so for us, it's a real deep commitment, and so with that, I'm really honored rather to be able to give this proclamation. I normally don't read a proclamation. I'm not going to read all of this, but some of this in this moment deserves to be said. So if you will, I'd like to do the following. It says, whereas Culture and Arts Month on Oahu will be a celebration of culture and arts workers and creators and the ethnic heritage and traditions of our people. And whereas the culture and arts sector enables cultural understanding and appreciation, strengthens our community pride and identity, and unites residents in cooperative efforts to endure the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. And whereas the City and County of Honolulu recognizes the vital role of culture and arts in our community and its positive influence on health and welfare, education, and as Makanani just said, our economy. And Dave, your statistics are not lost on me, I assure you. And whereas the Mayor's Office of Culture and the Arts was founded as an agency of the City and County of Honolulu in 1971, following the passing of the Percent of Art Law, which established the Art in City Buildings program, and whereas the agency will celebrate Culture and Arts Month in February to recognize the contributions of the culture and arts community and to support efforts for its recovery and growth during this challenging time. Now, therefore, I, Rick Blangiardi, Mayor of the City and County of Honolulu, do hereby proclaim February 2022 as Culture and Arts Month in recognition of its positive impact on our community and economy, and to encourage residents to support culture and the arts on Oahu by participating in art and cultural events and activities. We're very, very proud to say today is Culture and Arts Month. And I think it ought to be Culture and Arts years on a going forward basis. We're going to stay on this. I thank you, gentlemen, for all of your incredible contributions behind the scenes to help make this a great place, a great city to live in. So with that, we're going to present 4 proclamations. We'll turn it back over to Makanani.
Thank you so much, Mayor. So we're going to ask if Dave and Kat and Tony can please come back, and we're going to present proclamations to you on behalf of the arts community, as well as Mrs. Karen Chang, if you can come to the front. Mayor, you can come back and we can do the presentation. Thank you so much, everyone. That's all for today, but we do have Royal Hawaiian Band Glee Club here to play a couple more songs if you want to linger and connect with some of your colleagues. Mahalo.